2023 had started with a kick, explosive news here and there, and a prince being mocked by a TV host. Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, came out, and as expected, it's filled with a lot of stories about his childhood, what life is like in the royal family, and his wife Meghan Markle. What you might not have known is that Harry also included some really personal details about his history of substance use, for example, and the story of the time he got frostbite. Down there. Healing it using the same brand of lip balm his late mother Princess Diana preferred, and it was the latter which led Jimmy Kimmel to give the Duke of Sussex some advice for his next book. So, what did Jimmy say about it, and how did people on the internet see it? That's what we're going to find out in today's video and more. But of course, before any of that, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's jump in. The Duke of Sussex's male member and his brush with frostbite unexpectedly became a worldwide talking point last week after he wrote about it in his explosive memoir, Spare. In the book, the 38-year-old royal described how his private area was frost-nipped during his trip to Antarctica. The incident left his member tender. A friend then recommended a home remedy for the malady, which involved applying a particular cream to it. Although the Duke didn't name the Elizabeth Arden product, readers have speculated that it was the brand's cult classic 8-hour cream that the friend suggested. That's because of a subsequent line in the book where he wrote about how the smell reminded him of his mother. A known fan of the product, after the friend's reassurance, Harry found himself a tube, writing that the smell of it transported him back to his childhood. You know, when they say write a tell-all, they don't mean tell all. Kimmel joked in his monologue on Thursday's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live. Kimmel played an audio clip from Spare, in which Prince Harry recalled the incident and used a rather novel pun to describe it. My male member was oscillating between extremely sensitive and borderline traumatized. Harry said, "The last place I wanted to be was Frostnipistan. I'd be trying home remedies, including one recommended by a friend. She urged me to apply Elizabeth Arden cream." Harry added, "My mom used that on her lips. You want me to put that on my todger?" After opening the tube, Harry said, "I felt as if my mother was right there in the room. Then I took a smidge and applied it, down there." To translate that for those of you reading that from beyond your hands, Harry said he was thinking of his mom while putting cream on his frozen pee-pee. Kimmel pounced on that and said he rubbed a smidge of Mummy's lip balm on his tallywhacker, everybody. It's quite an endorsement for Elizabeth Arden. You know, next book we're gonna have to create a bit more distance between the words Mummy and my pee-pee. As expected, US talk show host Jimmy Kimmel has brutally mocked Prince Harry in a skit about his sentiments in the memoir. Harry did multiple British and American interviews to promote Spare. However, he snubbed Kimmel's show for that of rival Stephen Colbert. Kimmel, whose show airs on the US ABC TV network, couldn't resist going to town on the anecdote. To roars of laughter from the audience, he read out a mock children's book entitled in a rather displeasing way. The story of Prince Harold and his frozen yogurt slinger is so popular, they're now releasing a version for kids. A twist on The Princess and the Pea, Kimmel stated. He then proceeded to read from the faux fairy tale, which was richly decorated with images of a ginger prince, his friend, an animated male genitalia dressed in a bobble hat and mittens, and an angelic princess in the clouds above. At the chilly North Pole, a silly young codger took a walk in the snow and froze his wee todger, said Kimmel, reading from the supposed book. The skin was discolored, all purple and white. When Harry peered down, 'twas a terrible fright. Oh mummy, he cried with a scream, and from then on up high, she appeared with some cream. On the page, the princess in the cloud looked remarkably like Diana. But mummy, did you not put this on your lips? Kimmel continued. Oh yes, my dear boy, and also on my nips. But do not delay or your knob be destroyed. But mummy, have you heard about Sir Sigmund Freud? That line sent the Los Angeles audience into fits. Kimmel concluded the reading with a memorable last sentence from the celestial princess. Should ever you have icy chills on your hard-on, just give it a rub with Elizabeth Arden. Harry's candid story about his private parts has drawn negative reactions, slamming him for damaging his mother's legacy. I can't express how gross and uncomfortable I found this Oedipus from hell story Prince Harry revealed about himself and his mom's face cream. US TV personality Meghan McCain tweeted, "People pass by just how disgusting it is. No woman could tell these types of stories about herself and be taken seriously." 1 year ago, no one could joke about Diana's death. American journalist Kinsey Schofield tweeted, "Look at the damage Harry's done to his mother's legacy." Some other parts of social media, of course, had a field day upon hearing of his chilly willy. Bang goes the old axiom, what happened in the Arctic stays in the Arctic, quipped broadcaster Michael Gravesander. "I never thought I'd be talking about Prince Harry's frost-nipped parts for a living, but here we are," added GB News royal reporter Cameron Walker, along with an excerpt from the Page 6 article describing the wince-worthy saga. "We've all been there," snarked one comment section comedian, while another joked, "Would make for a great Austin Powers movie, Cold Member." "What a weird thing to have on the menu," replied one twitwit. Harry's cold member was just one of the many explosive revelations in Spare, in which he spilled on everything from losing his flower to an older woman to being physically attacked by his brother over his relationship with Meghan Markle. The Duke of Sussex also confirmed that he is circumcised, dispelling long-standing reports that he is not. Most of Harry's sit-down interviews were relatively soft affairs where the Duke was given free rein to lay into his family. On only a few occasions was his version of events scrutinized. Prince Harry's memoir has also been mocked by Jimmy Kimmel in a skit, this time reenacting his alleged fight with the Prince of Wales. In one excerpt from the tell-all memoir, Prince Harry references an alleged row with his brother in the kitchen of Nottingham Cottage, London, where he lived with Meghan following their engagement, in which Harry claimed Prince William grabbed him by the collar and threw him to the floor, shattering a dog bowl in the process. Talk show host Jimmy Kimmel offered his interpretation of the allegation in a sketch titled Two Princes, a true story, on his chat show Jimmy Kimmel Live. The skit sees actors dressed as pop star Prince in purple feather boas and velvet robes, portraying the Duke of Sussex and the Prince of Wales. In the opening of the scene, Prince William flicks his hair out of his eyes before dramatically slamming a glass of water onto the worktop of the kitchen set, launching himself at him in a fit of rage. The narrator, who provides a voiceover to the sketch with excerpts from the Duke of Sussex's book, says, "William set down the water. Then he called me another name. Then he came at me. And he tussled. It all happened so fast," he adds. As the pair grapple and slap each other with closed eyes, the Prince William parody actor is seen grabbing the Duke of Sussex by the collar and ripping off his necklace, laughing maniacally before pushing his brother to the ground. Prince Harry lands, with flailing arms, on a dog bowl, spilling biscuits all over the floor of the kitchen. The narrator adds, "I lay there for a moment, dazed, then got to my feet and told him to get out." The skit now has more than 15,000 likes on Twitter. In Spare, Prince Harry reveals he scraped his back and was left with bruises following the fight. How about you? What can you say about the memoir or the mockery? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.